All right, star 2 to raise your hand. Star 2 to raise your hand. And there's no hands up right now. So, there you go. Guac. How you doing, Guac?
Hey, Mitch. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good. Your contract just came out today.
I saw that. I started listening to myself. It's weird when you listen to yourself. You know,
Yeah.
like what you think you sound like.
What's on your mind? You got a lot of wind noise there.
Yes, sir. I did want to ask you something. I'm sorry, I'm going to speak up right quick. I'll pick it up real quick. Yeah, I wanted. Can you hear me better now, sir?
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
All right. So I got this. I'm working. Wanted to ask you, get your point of view on this. So I have this house that I was going to sell for 130, and I'm working with a couple of realtors, and they're getting kind of greedy, and they keep on renegotiating the fees per se, right? I told them, I was like, hey, I can give you $1,500, and I was like, well, what if I bring another realtor come in, and then he's trying to bring other realtors to come in and as the finer of the deal of the owner finance.
This is a house that you went out and you're trying to buy, or to explain the situation?
I'm sorry. Yes, sir. So this is the disposition part where I have a house that I'm selling owner finance. Okay. And I have a couple of realtors that I work with, and that helps me sell the houses. Sometimes I sell it, but I tell everybody in advance, like, hey, there's no clause where there's only one person that can sell it. Anybody can sell it anytime. So I have a realtor that he's getting a little antsy and wants to renegotiate the fees all the time, but for the most part, he's just trying to wheel and deal. But he was able to find another realtor that was able to find a buyer, and they wanted so our original fee is $2,000, right?
To the one realtor, $2,000 to the one realtor if he found you a buyer.
Yes, sir. But he didn't find me a buyer.
So then he couldn't find a buyer, but he told it to another realtor, and the other realtor found a buyer.
Correct. So the other realtor now wants 3%, and he still wants his cut. And I usually would say no to that, but they said, well, what if I can get the buyer to increase the price by $5,000, and then everybody wins. And so, I just didn't want to do that and put the buyer at risk per se. But I just want to kind of get your take on it.
So 130 times 3% is just call it 4,000. It's $3,900, and then the other guy was 2,000. So he's on $5,900 total.
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
So how much you got in this house?
What do you mean?
How much you're selling this house for 130? How much do you have in it?
Oh, I'm sorry. 70. So there's plenty of spread. It's just it felt kind of weird because I just never thought of it that way before. And putting.
This is an owner financed house, right? So
it is an owner financed house.
How much is this buyer putting down?
So that's the other problem. They're only putting down 10%, which is about $14,000.
Do they have any money for closing costs?
Yes.
Okay.
It comes pretty close. That comes out to be like 33% of the down payment.
Yeah. How strong is the buyer?
Pretty strong. They have taxes. They have decent income. They can afford it. It's a very not expensive house for the area.
Well, I mean, the one realtor wants 3%. That's pretty typical. $3,900. You say, well, you know, how hard is this house to sell?
Not very. I haven't sold it yet just because, on my part, I've just been busy on my side. I just need to put out more marketing. But
my idea is that, you know, my agreement was to pay the selling agent a fee. I didn't say I was going to pay you to go advertise to other agents.
Mm.
You know, there's $3,900 on the table. There's $3,900 on the table. 3% to the selling agent. I'll go ahead and give an extra $1,900. So I went from $2,000 to $3,900. How y'all split it's y'all's whatever y'all want to do. But my number is $3,900.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
I'm not paying two selling agents. You know.
Yeah, because I was like, man, this guy is like trying to, you know, pull me for. I felt like there was like someone was trying to pull a fast one on me real quick. Because it could.
Because this house is not going to be a problem for you to sell, or it smells like it's not a problem. You just say, look, I got 2 other contracts on my table. If you want to take, just name your number, $3,000, and do the deal, and y'all split it however you want, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to probably take one of these other buyers.
Sounds good. I like that, Mitch. I like it. That's what I just need confirmation, because I was like, man, there's no way. It sounds like this guy is pulling me through the ringers, pulling in another guy and shifting the blame where, hey, you know, they want X amount versus, and I still need my cut. And I'm like, well, it just kind of, I just never thought about the math that way. And then the other side was like, I just didn't want to, I felt bad because, you know, I originally listed for 130, and they were able to get 135 for it. So that's like, you know, they're able to cover the cost, but I just didn't want to put the buyer.
Yeah, 135, but you went up from your promise of 2,000 to 4,000. So
true.
You know what I mean? So everybody you got a little bit more, I'm paying a little bit more. It's all relative.
Okay. That's right. Okay. Thanks, Mitch.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. Press star 2 to raise your hand. And let me see here. I guess if there's no more questions, we might wrap it up tonight. I'm going to give a little time here, so if you come up with a question, I don't want to cut the call off short, but like I said, if there's no more questions, then I guess we're done tonight. So I guess we'll wrap it up. This is Mitch, and we'll be out. I'll see you guys next week. Steve and Michelle, I don't know exactly. You seem like you might be having a hard time, but I've got at least 25 Steve and Michelle connections here. But it's not bothering me. I was just hoping you got to chime in. If you have a question and you haven't been able to ask it because you're having phone problems, just call me when I hang up here, okay? Talk to you guys in a bit. We're out.